Hey, how y'all doing, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. So look, all right, man, I'm gonna run through these Jones because y'all might not see. Well, y'all gonna see some episodes tomorrow. I got a couple episodes coming, but these are gonna come out today. Um, and yeah, man, I'm gonna do as many as I can before I actually get up out of here. So today's episode, I want to talk about something that Poetic Flaco said that it's kind of annoying to see. I think Poetic Flaco is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say he's the greatest. I like his channel a lot. I like his diverse topics. Let's just say that. And I want to get into that space a little more of creating diverse topics. And I like the fact that he does that. However, sometimes when he talks about Kendrick and talks about the West Coast and talks about certain things, I think he does this for shock value. I'm not going to solely say that that's the sole reason why, but I think one of the biggest reasons why he do this is because he knows that people are going to click the video and watch it. But not the sole reason. I think he does feel this way at some point. But we're going to get into that. Before we get to that, Legendary Spitters, Torch Talk with the comment. Please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies. But one in the chat, all the fellas, you know to find the ones that I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is right on the screen. Cash App. No one PayPal to call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers to over 19,000. And yes, I'm the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. I will be dropping a merch shop very soon. I may have to restructure some things, or might have to scrap the whole thing and do it over again. But it is coming before the year is out. I'm just gonna say that. Most likely within the next couple of weeks. I thought it was gonna be out this week, but I can't fix the issue. It's just being annoying, and I can't wait. I got too many ideas. It's coming, trust me. And when it comes, I'm gonna do a live stream and walk y'all through it, so y'all can see exactly what's on there, and y'all can actually purchase in real time. And all y'all have to do, I'm gonna get the first 10 people who purchase, I'm gonna give them a discount. You know what I'm saying? If I can figure out how to do a discount code, I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to do everything myself, trust me, but I'm gonna get somebody to try to help me. So before we get into that, let's get to it, man. Oh, go subscribe to Torch Talk After Hours too. I do a lot of things over there as well. Got a nice episode coming up over there, doing a deep dive on the Drake Spotify relationship. So let's get to it, man. All right, man. This comes courtesy of EQTV. Yo, EQTV. Shout out to him, man. So let's get it, man.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we have Poetic Flaco claiming Kendrick Lamar and the West Coast just sold us out to the white man, and that this recent botting lawsuit naming Drake is being funded and bought by UMG. And fam, you are a buffoon. Attorneys take cases all the time without upfront payment, especially a case like this. A case like this is obviously going to grab a lot of headlines. And it's not like lawyers can't get paid without taking initial payment upfront, because they're obviously going to take a sizable cut from any court winnings, man. It's just how it works. It's pretty simple, actually. And Drake isn't even a defendant. He's just being named in it. Just like how Kendrick Lamar wasn't actually a defendant in that UMG defamation suit, no matter how much the cult of the opioids want to spin that narrative. And Drake stands the bottom allegation.
Yeah, this is why I think put up poetic put spitting the shit. This is why I think Poetic Flacco does this on purpose sometimes. He know for a fact that I know he's not stupid. I know he knows that lawyers don't always usually get paid up front. I know he knows this. I know he do. There's no way in the world he didn't know that. And all of this journalism and research you doing, you telling me you didn't know that? Come on, bro. Cut it out.
Have followed Drake for quite some time now, and I hate to break it to the casual listeners, as a producer in the industry speaking firsthand from experience, everyone is honestly botting at some point. Some people are just way more egregious with it. And even before botting or streaming farms was a thing, some labels actually put some of that budget to the side to buy physical copies first week, basically doing the same thing that they're doing now. Whether it's
I said this in my other video. I said this. That's exactly what they used to do. The labels used to buy albums and then pretend as if the album was sold to get people to buy more. I think I said that in the steak video.
Flaco or What's the Dirt. A lot of these people speak on the industry as if their knowledge was rooted in any actual experience or even just a few minutes of basic research because your questions would be answered that quickly. But no, it's just erroneous, emotionally charged ramblings with them crashing out on anyone that calls out their baseless talking points. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video where we have Poetic Flaco claiming that Kendrick Lamar and the West Coast just sold us out to the white man and that this recent botting lawsuit naming Drake is being funded and bought by UMG. And the smug face on this dude, he actually thinks he's cooking, guys. And we're actually going to be looking at a few of the excerpts from the documents from that lawsuit too as well, guys, to get even more context on all this.
You West Coast dudes need to be embarrassed of yourselves, man.
Ugh.
This is sick, man. Must y'all be sellouts all your lives?
Who is selling out? I don't even understand the Kendrick Lamar nor the West Coast connection, other than the fact that it's a West Coast rapper that is filing the suit, guys. And doesn't this dude stay in LA, man? The way he talks about LA and the people in LA is always so crazy.
So they want us to
See, people like I just gotta say this. You gotta be real careful of what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because people are crazy. People are crazy. People are sensitive, especially when it comes to certain things. When you say you West Coast dudes, you're a sellout, you're basically putting that on people who isn't even involved. You got to call people out by name or you got to say certain things. But when you say you West Coast dudes, that's just not good. That's like you saying you East Coast dudes. Like I always say East Coast dudes are biased. I'm an East Coast dude. And I will say that East Coast dudes are biased. But that's different than saying that selling out is totally different from being biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
This struggle rapper from the West Coast called RBX was able to fund millions of dollars in investigative research by himself to uncover Drake's back-end stream data that was able to use.
Again, guys, this dude doesn't understand that attorneys will take cases all the time without taking initial payment up front. But best believe they're going to get paid. It's just going to be a cut at the end from the court winnings. And a lot of times it can go up to as high as 50%.
Geomapping to prove that Drake is buying billions of streams each and every month. And because of this, he wants Spotify to compensate him because Drake buying streams is the reason why him and his struggle buddies are now successful rappers in the streaming era.
And this dude obviously...
See, and this is what I mean by people do stuff like this, and it's disgusting to see. It's disgusting to see, bro. Poetic Flaco, let me just say this to you, bro. Don't enter in academics territory, bro. Please don't do this, bro. Don't walk into axe territory, bro. This is type of academics propaganda, bro. You know for a fact that that's not what it entails, bro. You basically trying to give people the bare bones of something and not actually explaining what it is. You know what I'm saying? Him and his buddies. Now maybe you did on the video. I'm saying in this clip, the way you're presenting this is at the bare minimum, but you ain't really, in my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. You should just basically say what it is. You shouldn't try to deceptively put something out so people can clip it. Because that's what a lot of you niggas do. Then say, well, I said this after that. You took me out of context. Well, you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly how to make people clip stuff. You'll say something and you'll pause. And then people will clip that and put it out. And then you'll say, well, look, you ain't watched the whole video. I actually said this after that. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. Because that could be the case. But at the same time, you're using hyperbolic words. Struggle rapper. Him and his buddies ain't make it. They're trying to say Drake did this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stupid shit.
Doesn't have his facts in order. At the end of the day, that lawsuit is not for that. One of their big claims is that Spotify is looking the other way when it comes to those streams, which I can tell you really isn't the case. At the end of the day, they do not want to pay anybody for any of these botted streams. That's money that they don't want to pay out. Why would you want to pay for a stream that was botted and isn't actually potentially listening to the ads and stuff that actually support the platform? So of course they don't want to pay for that stuff. And they've definitely been really adamant, and you can see that they are removing botted playlists literally on a daily.
I'm going to tell y'all this, man. First off, He don't got the millions of dollars to fund this, bro.
He don't need to have the
UMG
millions.
is who funded the research. UMG is who had access to that information. UMG is part owners in Spotify, which is why they only got Spotify data. They don't got Apple Music data.
So why?
Yeah, that's stupid, bro. That's such a dumb claim with having no evidence of that, bro. Like, you got to provide evidence that you have that. You can't just say something like that. If you feel that way, okay, cool, say that. But you're basically saying that he don't have money to fund this. So UMG is doing this. Okay, let's just go with your argument. Let's just say UMG is doing it. So UMG is going after Spotify, even though they own half the company. So they own a part of the company. So their play is, let's take down a company that we own a part of. Why would they do that? That don't make sense. Like, come on, bro.
Why would UMG fund a lawsuit on a company that they have a stake in? Your narrative is already being torpedoed, and you're the one doing it.
Or anywhere else. Drake filed 30 motions in an
God, I could smell the halitosis through the screen.
Eastern District of New York to get the same information they got about Kendrick Lamar. They denied it. UMG are the only ones who had this information. They gave it to them lawyers. They gave it to this West Coast jigaboo, right, called RBX.
You are an ass clown, my friend. At the end of the day, they don't need any of that.
Yeah, he must be drunk. He got to be drunk. His take right now is totally just fabricated bullshit that he's just spitting. This is stupid, bro. I don't understand why he would even put a video out like this, bro. Some of y'all make so much money, y'all think that y'all could just say whatever and do whatever. And listen, it is freedom of speech. You can do that. But you have to understand, man, with that freedom comes consequences. And you gotta be real careful about how you actually talk about people and say things like, you calling people names and shit like that, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Just report this shit, bro. Like, why do y'all have to assault people, insult people, say things? Like, I don't get on at me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't get on here and say certain things about certain people unless you did something that I can say, yes, this motherfucker is like that. But outside of that, because I have a political view or because I have a different opinion about something, I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I call Drake a doodle ball. I call him a doodle ball. He doodle ball. Yeah, he's a doodle ball. You know what I mean? Because he does doodle ball things. But for you to call RBX a jigaboo, and you don't even know who he is, and then you only using that term in the term of jigaboo as in he's supporting a white man, is crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. Because we could say the same thing about Drake, who did the same thing. Like, come on, bro. Cut it out.
From UMG anyway, because there are so many sources out there that will willingly give this up for a potential bag of their own.
And they're using him, as they've always done for the last 50 years, to destroy and attack people of the culture. This is just another example of the West Coast selling us.
I don't know if you really want to word it that way and call Drake a person of the culture, when probably the biggest moniker he's carried around for over the last 5 years has been that he's a culture vulture.
So,
I don't understand these people who say this, that these companies are here to tear down the culture, when Drake was the one who took them to court because he said he was being defamed by a diss song, ultimately saying that Kendrick was defaming him. So he took him to court. What is more, and the same industry that this guy is saying was trying to destroy the culture had to defend the culture, hire lawyers to stop Drake from changing what the culture was. So again, I think that these people deceptively and deliberately put clips out like this to go viral. They do this on purpose because they know people are going to react to it. But see, the problem with that is eventually it works against you. Because now some of this stuff you can't take back. Some people don't want to hear, oh, I apologize. It was bro, I don't know, man. I changed my mind. Like, no, it don't work like that. For some people, it don't. For some people, it do. You can change your mind on certain things. Yes, I do agree that, but I'm not everybody. Some people will just, I don't know, man.
This lawsuit is not going anywhere.
This guy says us like he's part of the culture as well.
He's not winning this lawsuit. He took the butter biscuits to be the leader of this, okay? It's no coincidence, okay? A dude named RBX, who's the cousin of Snoop Dogg, associates of Kendrick Lamar, is the one who signed up. This lawsuit is to destroy Drake's legacy. It's to destroy Drake's credibility.
First of all, the only connection that you could really make between Snoop and Kendrick Lamar are the fact that they are West Coast artists. And it's not as if Snoop didn't post TaylorMade, guys.
Bro, and you see how he's trying to connect Kendrick to this? This is what I mean. Like, bro, how is Kendrick so you're connecting Kendrick to Drake being sued for bots because a West Coast dude pointed out that Spotify has been botting or allowing, not have been, but allowing people to bot Drake songs. You did not one time in this clip did you say, well, Drake, you shouldn't have been botting, bro. It's like, okay, you're saying that people are doing this for the white man, but then at the same time, you got somebody behind the scenes trying to destroy what all of these other artists have built or trying to get into, or he's stopping them from getting into it. So you're saying that this guy should be allowed to do some bullshit to the culture, fake streams. He should be allowed to do it. But the guy that is not really known like that, or not a big artist, he should keep his mouth shut and let it happen. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. This is so stupid, bro. This is so dumb.
Obviously, this guy's narrative is BS.
Ability is to take away the only thing Drake really got left, which is his accolades. If you could slander him enough to prove, yo, these accolades.
If all you have to identify yourself is accolades, is numbers, man, it's only a matter of time before that's shattered, whether it's a lawsuit or something else down the line. You don't want numbers to be your identity. You want it to be the quality of your music. If all you can say about your music is that you're getting the highest numbers, man, and you've already come out and say that botting is a thing, why would people actually look at those numbers and actually believe in those numbers? It truly doesn't make any sense.
Place is bought out. You can destroy Drake at this point, right? Because Drake got nothing else left but those accolades. West Coast, man.
That goes to show you right there that if Drake only has that, that's the point I've been trying to make for a long time. I've been telling y'all, Drake only cares about numbers, and everybody that liked Drake only cares about numbers. Not one time did he literally say that they were wrong for botting. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying that this is fake or whatever, I don't believe it is. Obviously, they're saying that he did. If they have this stuff, then it's something there, whether it's half or not. If you're saying that destroying his credibility, you know, because I believe in one of your videos, you said, well, everybody does it. Everybody does it. So if everybody's doing it, then you got to say that he's doing it. Now, if you want to say, well, everybody else, but I'm going to put it to you like this. The reason why it's such a big deal with Drake and not everybody else is because y'all pedestalize him and put him in a position where they only care about his numbers. So that's why it's a big deal, because y'all only care about Drake's numbers. If it was anything else, I can say, okay, if you say Kendrick Lamar was bodied, I can say, well, it doesn't matter because he has clearly classic albums. He has clearly classic albums. You can't destroy his credibility with his music. So even if Kendrick get caught bodying, it doesn't make a difference because all of his albums are classic or damn near classic, right? So if we're talking about good music, good quality music versus someone who is just putting out stuff because he's popular and people are putting him up on this level because of his numbers, that is the reason why it's such a big deal that people talk about his botting allegations. Because now, like you said, they take away all his accolades, and his accolades is his numbers, not his actually quality of his music. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do better, bro.
Terrible.
All right.
This is coming from a guy that actually lives in the West Coast right now, even though, if I'm not mistaken, He's actually from Philly and lived in Nebraska for a little bit. This guy knows nothing of the culture to be speaking on the culture. And this lawsuit definitely didn't expose anything, at least anything having to do with Kendrick or the West Coast. But like I've said many times before, guys, these aren't people that lead their lives with facts, man. And this guy is too dense to understand that he literally torpedoed his own argument halfway through the video. And Flaco, I know you've probably talked to an attorney before. For you not to know that these lawyers will take cases without getting paid up front, man, just makes that narrative sound even more irrational. Alrighty, guys, let's look at some of those excerpts from those documents. So you have them over here.
But yeah, even with that being said, it doesn't matter if he didn't pay the lawyer, didn't pay. Was he doing it or not? See, he never addressed that. He never addressed that. He never addressed that. That's the thing. A lot of these dudes don't ever address the issue. A lot of people never address the issue. Think about it. A lot of y'all never address the issue. Y'all always address the problem, but y'all don't want to address the issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all try to make the problem the issue. Like, no, the problem is this. You know what I'm saying? No, why is that the problem? We need to address that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all just sit there and say, oh man, so what? Drake was bodying, or so what? These companies be getting away with it all the time. It doesn't matter. Let them do it. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood some of y'all, man. Some of y'all crack me up because y'all pretend to be these virtuous people, but y'all not, man. Y'all just as crooked as, or even worse than the same companies that y'all complain about. Y'all are crooked. And y'all love criminality. Y'all love it. Y'all love people who do things that's just nefarious. Y'all love it. Y'all love it. And the more I see a good portion of people that I come across, they are okay with a bunch of different shit as long as it don't happen to them. You know what I'm saying? And him sitting here saying that this guy is a jigaboo and the West Coast sold out. Bro, come on, bro. Come on. Drake literally tried to sue an artist or sue a record label, his own record label, because Kendrick Lamar beat him in a diss track, beat him in a battle. That's what it all came down to. That's it. Drake tried to sue his label because Kendrick beat him in a battle. And he's saying, well, he's suing because they bought it and helped not like us to get to be the biggest song of all time, so they could devalue him, so they can give him less money to sign him. If they have to do all that, then why not? Then why are they even trying to sign him? And on top of that, Drake don't have to sign with them. He can go sign with somebody else. He's the biggest artist in the world, remember? Can't he just go sign with somebody else? Yeah, exactly. I thought so. All right, man, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace, bye.